Coming to think of it, the Falcon said it right. In the MCU, most of the world-ending events do turn out to be caused by the big three: aliens, androids, or wizards. But there is something that is equally, if not more, powerful than the big three: humans. Wouldn't you agree? Hello, namaskar, welcome, swagatam. The MCU isn't what it is today only because of the stunningly flawless visual effects that bring the comic book epics to life on the big screen. It has crawled close to our hearts because of the people, the characters, and how those resonate with our own self. With the Falcon and the Winter Soldier's second episode, this was my biggest takeaway. Sebastian Stan shines in his brooding self with his deep-seated emotions and wounds. And the others in this show's cast leave no stone unturned to make this whole experience touching. But before I dive into my thoughts about this episode 2, here is an obligatory spoiler warning for those of you out there who are planning to binge through the entire series after all the episodes have aired. With the title of the episode being The Star-Spangled Man, the episode 2 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier focuses on who the new Captain America is.
Sam, John Walker, Captain America! Lamar Hoskins!
It comes as a pleasant surprise that the new Captain America, John Walker, played by Wyatt Russell, is no less of a grounded, likable character than the original Captain America, Steve Rogers. It is by instinct that we are driven to dislike him because we know no one can be Steve Rogers. In our minds, if anyone was worthy of picking up the shield, it should have been Bucky or Sam. But the story is playing to its strengths by harnessing our prejudice. The episode starts portraying John Walker as a humble person who is nervous of this great responsibility and the honor that is suddenly thrust upon his shoulders. One who dislikes all the politics and the meetings and the handshaking and the PR and simply wants to do the job. Yes, this episode makes it very hard not to like John Walker. Even when he gets a chance to show off his power and to, well, gloat, he does so mildly, not like a bully or a brute. He actually says he doesn't want to replace Steve Rogers or even to be like him. He wants to be the best Captain America that he can be. How much more genuine can a guy be? Moving on, as far as the story goes, we are still following the Flag Smashers. The powered individual we met in the previous episode, it turns out, was a woman, and she was one of the 8 superpowered people in that group. Now, to make this storyline really stick, all we need is a rich and complex backstory to go with this villainous group. I mean, one that makes more sense than one world, one people. Sam and Bucky get their asses handed to them even when the new Captain America and his partner Lamar Hoskins, who goes by the name of Battlestar, they reach there to help. Now, I have to say a lot about that scene, the action centerpiece of the episode, but I'll get to that later. There is a lot of back and forth between the duo of Cap and Battlestar and Sam and Bucky. The former player wants the latter to work together because they are essentially fighting the same organization, but Sam and Bucky are adamant to an extreme. There is much friction between Sam and Bucky also, but with the mission in mind, they decide to work as a team. And where do they decide to go next for answers? To Berlin, to speak to none other than Helmut Zemo. Zemo's part will definitely come in the next episode. Even so, this episode was filled to its brim with excitement. There was an awful lot of MCU humor interspersed with drama and suspense. The term super soldiers was mentioned quite a lot. I had thought that the super soldier storyline ended with Captain America Civil War, but it turns out there are others in play. Anyway, I don't have a gripe with the super soldiers as long as their story is interesting. That brings us to what I thought was the weakest point in this episode. That action sequence. We saw in the trailers the awe-inspiring high-speed superpowered chase and fight scene involving 2 container trucks. I can forgive the less than perfect visual effects with the Winter Soldier running in super speed and a CG helicopter and some weird jumping that reminded me of the agent jumping on a car during the freeway chase of The Matrix Reloaded. I get it. It is a mini-series designed to be watched at home and not in a giant IMAX theater screen. And it has some limitations on time, if not on budget. But hey, Captain America's shield is kind of the most important icon in this show. They should have worked better, should have worked harder to make it feel real. Anyway, even that comes later. I first noticed the scene had serious flaws in the very beginning. Two trailers are speeding away one behind the other. Then when Bucky intercepts the one in the front, breaks its door and enters inside, there should have been some reaction from the trailer in the back. I mean, the whole thing was right in front of the eyes of the second driver. He could have honked or raised an alarm or shot at him or something. But anyways, Bucky enters the trailer and encounters a superpowered individual adversary. Then Sam joins the fight. The moment I saw Cap's shield flying in the nick of time to save Sam and then bouncing off back to Cap's hand, I was almost certain that it was Steve Rogers who will see catching the shield. But no, it is the new Captain America, John Walker. It was a good entrance, but for the fact that every time John threw the shield, it looked fake. Moving too fast, bouncing too symmetrically. All that said, the absolute worst thing that I felt about this scene was how it ended. Bucky is hanging off one of the trailers. He may fall and get crushed by its wheels. So Sam saves him.
Hello, girl, kick your ass.
That is fine. But then Sam stays back. Hoskins, or Battlestar, is unceremoniously thrown off the top of the trailer. He's out of the fight. But then John Walker is thrown off and he stays back. Didn't even try to pursue. I get that he probably is not enhanced like Steve Rogers, but he literally fell on a vehicle which he should have used to pursue. Even that is okay. We don't know what kind of a person, what kind of a hero the new Captain America is till now. But why is Sam still not trying to pursue the villains? He can fly. At the very least, he could have tracked where they were going, but he just stayed down. Nah, I didn't like that at all. I'm sorry to say that Joe and Anthony Russo, and especially the action choreographer Sam Hargrave, have raised our expectations from superhero movie action sequences a lot. But still, there is a lot to be seen yet in the series. What do you think? Have you watched the episodes 1 and 2 yet? Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate if you leave a thumbs up and keep sharing the video with your friends. And if you don't agree with my opinions or simply wish to speak your mind, jump right into the comment section. As always, I'm eagerly looking forward to your comments and feedback. Till we meet the next time, subscribe to my channel, The Versatile Doctor. This is Dr. Abhinav Atul signing off, and it is my pride and privilege to be able to connect with you through this video. Namaskar. While you're still on YouTube, how about you check out this video which YouTube thinks you would like, or check out my WandaVision series discussion.